Hey, what's up, everybody out there? This is a video response to one Soft Kisses video on um, how did you first get into handling reptiles and keeping snakes and reptiles. But here's my story. Oh, I was born in LaPorte, Indiana, just a little ass farming town, or at least it was. I don't know anymore. It's been a long time since I lived there. But anyways, when I was younger, I mean, there was nothing to do. I lived right across the street from a big, huge corn farm, and I was surrounded by farms. But there's this big lake. Well, not huge, but good sized lake. That me and my brother always used to run over there and get just different animals around, lizards, turtles, all that stuff. I remember we actually found a big snapping turtle and a bunch of babies, and we brought them home, and my mom freaked out. And I was pretty young too, but it was funny. It was pretty amazing being that young and actually being able to do some of the stuff I did. But anyways, remember we brought home some rabbits and stuff too, and they got out of the box that we had. I think my mom didn't know we brought them home, and they got out of the box and got into the walls somehow and scratched around for like a good 2 weeks till we could finally get them out. But anyways, when I was about four, I think I was about five, when I actually moved out to California, which is where I live now, and I was completely out of my surroundings. I didn't know anybody. I mean, I lived in the ghetto. I was the only white kid there, so I never came out the house. I didn't do much. I was a really solitary kid, and I couldn't have dogs or anything or cats or stuff like that. So I ended up getting reptiles. I'd find lizards around where I lived, or just random reptiles, and I'd keep them for a little bit or whatever, and then let them go and everything like that. My parents always used to get mad because I bring them home and hide them in under my bed or somewhere else. And they'd always get out somehow. Probably because I was young and didn't know how to keep them. But anyways, as I got older, I started getting more and more into reptiles, and so I had a bigger understanding for it. You know, I wasn't little anymore. And I remember when I was about 7. I was walking around and I saw a cat that was chewing on something. So I went up to go look at it, and it was a lizard. So I scared the cat away and it dropped it. And I felt so bad, so I picked it up, whatever. I took it in my house and I put it in a little bit of water in the bottom of I think it was like a coffee can or something like that, and just left it there for a little bit, and it started to move. So I picked it up and set it out on my porch so it could warm up, and ended up convincing my parents into going getting a small tank and lights and stuff for it so I could keep it, because I was so happy that it came back to life, you know. So, anyways, it was in the middle of the night. I think it was like a day or two later. I got up to go to the bathroom or something like that, and I got up and went and did my business and came back, and it was really dark in my room. But I went stuck my hand in the tank, found them, and I picked them up, and I felt something crawling on a couple of things crawling in my house. What the fuck, you know? So I dropped it, and I turned on the light, and I looked at my hand, and there was ants all over my hand. They were like red fire ants. Well, I guess this cat had broke its leg or something like that, and it had a small gash in it. Well, these ants pretty much ate my lizard alive. I damn near cried. Like, I was so depressed. But anyway, like I said, when I got older, I started keeping different snakes. I think one of my first snakes that I actually had was I had a banana albino king snake, and what was his name? Can't remember its name. It was so long ago. I didn't have it for that long. I ended up having to give it away because I didn't know how to handle it that well. But anyways, I had it for a little bit, and that just sparked my interest in everything. I mean, any type of reptiles. Like, I'm actually getting an iguana tomorrow from this guy that can. I take in reptiles that other people can't, because it's fucked up that they go to shelters and they end up dying and stuff like that. And I have the extra space. But anyways, I'm getting an iguana tomorrow, and and what is it? A lavender albino reticulated python too in a couple weeks. So watch for those videos. But anyways, I mean, I've just always loved them. It's a connection that you have with them that you can't get with any other animal, not dogs, cats, hamster, whatever, you know. It's weird. You can't explain it. And I mean, all my snakes are amazing. They're loving, and I always show people up on their ignorance when they try to say the reptiles, like boa constrictors, the big boa constrictors, are dangerous animals and everything else. Like yesterday, actually, I went in to go get my my smaller red-tailed boa mishka some rats, and I was talking to this lady about reticulated pythons, and she was like, "Well, don't you have kids?" Or no, she was like, "Do you have kids? Are you scared of that?" And da 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 da. And it just amazed me how retarded these people were because I mean, or pretty much what I told him. I was really respectful, but I told him I was like, I trust my animals and I respect them and I know them enough that I trust them around my family, and I respect them enough to, keep them in the right cage, make sure they don't get out, have all the precautions set, everything like that. But now I'm rambling. Anyways, though, I don't know. I've always loved reptiles. I mean, I've always had a fascination with them, and I'm always going to. Hoping I'm going to be able to make it a career and start breeding snakes and iguanas, anything I can, and make a career out of that. Because I'd much rather be doing that than busting my ass every day at some job. I'd rather be doing something I like. But that's my story. It's not a great one, but yeah.